Hey team, Corey here. Okay, of course, in this video, as you can see, the beta launch is coming out. Well, for me right now, it's actually tomorrow, so not too far away. It's on November the 15th. There's a few things that I did want to cover, however, because I know there's going to be a lot of assumptions with thinking this is the actual game launch, this is the final product, or what we're releasing, essentially, is not amazing, really not what people expected. And looking at your NFTs and what you see in the 2D game, all that stuff combined is going to create, I'd say, a lot of confusion. So I just wanted to do this video to clear up a couple of questions that I think will come up after we release the game, the 2D game, in beta. And just thought I would try to, I guess, preempt them, so answer them before they do arise. So if you are watching this video and you have a friend or someone in your guild, or you're in one of the communities, please do share it around, because we need everybody to be able to see this video before they play the game or before they experience the beta launch, just so they know what they're getting now is not the final product. Again, this is a beta. Moving forward, of course, there's going to be a lot of improvements, a lot of changes as well. We do expect actually to release the 3D game just in December, which isn't even that far away. So I would estimate just over a month towards the end of December, you're going to be seeing the 3D game, which is pretty exciting. You're going to see a lot of leaks, I'm sure, along the way, probably from Ken. I don't leak too much, but Ken can't control his fingers, it seems. So yes, follow Ken on Twitter if you want to see the leaks. Anyway, on Monday, November the 15th, the beta release is coming out. What do you get in that beta release is a great question. So at beta release, I mentioned it in one of the other videos, I will touch on it briefly. You get renting, which is probably the most requested one. Now, when you go into renting, there's obviously going to be a lot of bugs. There's going to be things that just don't make sense. There's going to be things that we can improve on. This is where you guys come into play, and we really need your help and suggestions. If there's bugs, if there's UI or UX, like user experience, or what it looks like, if there's changes that you guys think we should do, please do put it into the suggestions or ideas section on Discord, and we'll keep track of all of them. And if they do make sense with the roadmap, we will of course implement them in the future. But I'll touch on all of that a little bit later. So as I mentioned, renting, you're getting racing, which is the core concept, the 2D racing. It's not amazing, it's not that pretty either, but you do get to race and earn VIS, and that was the point of us releasing this beta. You have the marketplace, so you can buy and sell, and finally breeding, so you are actually able to breed at launch as well. We are running the 2-week I guess breeding event, where it does get a lot cheaper for you guys to breed. If you want more, I guess, info on that, I'll pop it up here. But essentially, if you have questions, there's no VIS required, because you guys can't acquire VIS for the first 2 weeks. You do earn it, you just can't claim it, because there's a 2-week holding period on all VIS once you do earn it. And then finally, we've reduced the cost of PGX. So you'll see it went from 500 in the white paper down to 50. Post the breeding event, I know there will be a question about that. So after the breeding event ends, what is the breeding cost? We're not sure yet. We just have to see some of the price action, what's going to be happening, probably about a couple days out from that 2-week breeding event ending. So until then, you probably won't know the answer from us, because there is a lot of data for us to aggregate, get together and analyze as well before we do set something in stone. Now, with those things being released, with the entire website being released, all of the mechanics, the ecosystem getting started on a beta, which is in theory actually an alpha, we just called it a beta, so it's going to get a little bit crazy. And I will guarantee you right here, like I did on Twitter as well, you guys are going to experience things that make life difficult, that they're just going to not work. There's going to be pages, possibly something doesn't display, a transaction doesn't go through, you're renting and there's a payout issue. These are all possibilities. So don't believe what's coming out now is the final product. Of course, that's never going to be the case. We're going to be developing for a very long time. However, we just needed to get something out there, because you guys are part of this development, and the direction that we want to take is involving you guys as much as possible. So we're not going to have a closed beta test, closed alpha, do a lot of changes, keep delaying stuff. We're just going to go for it. We're going to open up the economy, we're going to open up the game, and this is what we're going to do. Basically, at launch, it's going to be released, all of those products. Then, once we've analyzed all of the data, we've got a bunch of feedback, all of the bug reports, the team is going to switch essentially into hyperdrive mode and fix basically everything that is wrong, and also start developing on some of the new features that you guys wanted, plus obviously all of the ones in the roadmap that are working in the background as well. And then from there, of course, we're just going to keep improving. The improvements essentially just, removing some of the bottlenecks, some of the things that we thought would work but don't work, and again, more suggestions from you guys. And then we're going to be releasing the 3D game. Once a 3D game comes out, again, it's essentially the 3D game in beta. So the process restarts. And this is how we're going to be growing together. Now, again, as I mentioned at the start of this video, ensure that you do send this to the next person along, because they need to understand this. This isn't the final game. This is just the beta, and this is where we learn everything, and this is how we grow moving forward. It's a team effort, and that team is the community. So the more suggestions you guys give, please of course look if other people are giving that suggestion already, don't bother. You can find something else. But again, we are all ears to your guys' suggestions, the direction forward. You find a better route with the renting, the rental marketplace for breeding, which we would call the studding service. There's so many layers to this that it's honestly probably impossible for us to find all of the bugs with the amount of hands that we have. We just don't want you guys waiting forever for a game to release, and we hope that you guys are committed enough and really understand the direction that we're going with full transparency. If we have nothing to hide, if we don't have any secrets, then there's no issues in us releasing the skeleton of the game and building it with you. That's our philosophy anyway, and we hope that with this moving forward, you guys will also be understanding when there is some bugs, we're fully onto it. We're completely committed to fixing those, and we take full responsibility for those bugs. But we do need time to fix them, and we can't fix them all at once. So I guess that really wraps it up. I don't want to bore you guys too much with this. It was just a warning to you guys. Possibly the markets are going to be volatile. Possibly you're going to see some FUD, people just not being educated enough to recognize the direction that we are going. They probably are going to be the people who are new and looking from the outside and aren't involved, haven't been a part of the community. Please don't get mad at them. They're entitled to their opinion, of course, but the best way to counteract that is education. So offer to educate them. If they're not willing to be educated or informed, then there's no point in arguing with them. Just let them have their opinion, and I'm sure they'll recognize in the future that they were wrong, but that's just part of it. So again, don't make any wild bets, don't ape into the market, be wise, be understanding, and be helpful in the community. If you've experienced a bug and you know how to fix it, of course, if someone comes into the Discord and says, I'm experiencing that bug, please help them, or please let the support team know that this is how you do fix it, a temporary fix before our devs go ahead and actually fix it. This is a community effort. Without you guys, this beta wouldn't even be possible. There would be no reason to it, but this is a massive step forward in a player-owned economy. My cat is actually about to jump on my lap here, so I guess that's my cue to go. But yes, thank you so much, guys. I'm really excited for this beta launch. I hope you love it, love what there is of it, and really do align with our vision. Please stick around with us for the long term, have a long-term vision as well. But yes, that's it. Thank you so much. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.